Hello, my darling Scorpios. Welcome to Amethyst Moon Tarot. Thank you, everyone, for being here today, and thank you for anyone who's liked, commented, subscribed. It means the world to me. Thank you to anyone who's bought me a coffee. All that interaction really does help this channel grow, and I cannot say thank you enough. If you are new here, please be ready for the craziness that my readings can turn into. I do try to keep the adult language to a minimum, but sometimes it does come out because it is most appropriate. So just heads up. Scorpio, this is your reading for the week of August 3rd to August 9th, but please remember that time is not necessarily linear. So these guys really want to escape today. So for the next few days, give or take, okay? And again, since it is for every Scorpio watching, if there's not messages here for you, if it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Could be that it's not for you this week. But hopefully you do find something in here that will help you with the upcoming week. All right, so we're going to start with the Oracle card, and this will just give us the overall theme, overall idea of what you need to know for the upcoming week. This one. It's funny because this one was at the bottom of the deck when I pulled the deck out and started doing my pre-shuffle, my meditation. And it's just such a pretty card. So, live playfully and with a light heart. Listen to the voice of your inner child. Scorpio, sometimes we know stuff without knowing why we know it, right? Whether it comes from things we've learned as we've been growing, if it's a family tradition that was passed on, maybe it's something that you knew about when you were really teeny tiny and you don't remember why you know it, but you do know it. It could be knowledge being given to you by the universe that just is there. So, wow, I'm already feeling this sense of something bigger for you this week. All right. Let's keep going here. Let's get you your current mindset for the upcoming week. So, okay. All right. We'll go with two of them. All right. So we've got the World and the Three of Wands. Okay. All right. So I'm getting this feeling of you're tired of waiting around. Like you are putting an end to something because promises were broken. People didn't follow through with what they said they were going to follow through. This live playfully with a light heart. What I'm getting from this is, if this has been happening to you lately where people have been breaking their promises and just betraying is too strong of a word, but that type of thing. Sorry, I'm dropping stuff. There we go. Sorry, that one I had to cover. Totally forgot about that. I don't understand why, but all right, let's keep going. Get some more cards here, clarify this message. All right, hopes and fears is Ten of Pentacles, which as far as hopes and fears are concerned, that's a pretty good one. Your obstacles is, okay, yeah, Two of Cups. Oh dear, okay. Foundation, we're gonna, Ace of Cups. Environment is the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups. Let's move this over so we have enough room. And then your future and advice from the universe. I read them upside down, forwards, backwards, upside down, and inside out. It's not just the card, it's also the feeling. So if I'm moving them around, Don't worry, I'm going to read it every way. Okay, and the Hermit. Okay. Yep. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So we'll leave that one there because I don't want to move the stone around. Now, I am feeling that this is a relationship. This could be romantic. This could be familial. This could be at work. This could be in your community. But it is a relationship that was very important to you, okay, or is very important to you. But I get the feeling that you just, as much as you like this person, as much as you care about this person, you cannot keep going with the unreliability. You can't keep going with the lies. You can't keep going with people who say they're going to do things and then don't, or offer help and then don't show up, that type of thing. And what I'm getting with live playfully with a light heart is you just got to release them. Release them, release you from them. Remember who you were before this relationship started to become stressful and obnoxious and annoying. I'm feeling this, not anger, but angst about the relationship. And yeah, I feel lies and deception. Okay, let's keep going. So your hopes and your fears, 10 of Pentacles, and your obstacles is the 2 of Cups. So whatever this relationship is, okay, I'm feeling that there's a path you expected this relationship to go down. Okay, now again, romantic, friendship, whatever. But I think you kind of envisioned where you thought it was going to go, or when this became more than like an idle friendship and became one of your best friends, or maybe this is like a really close sibling, a really close cousin, that type of thing. It's not to say that the love isn't still there. It's the betrayal, okay? What I'm getting from this is that connection, that hope for a better future, that hope for something solid and happy has made you a little bit colorblind to the reality, okay? So you're still seeing it, but instead of seeing it in its full authenticity, you're seeing it with biases, okay? So like, let's say somebody made you a promise and they didn't follow through and they apologize, but really they have no intention of following through on this promise. I'm getting the feeling of like, oh, well, you know, they broke their promise, but they did this for me instead. Or they broke their promise, but they're going to do it next week. Or they're making things right by giving me something. You know what I mean? Like, the apologies are there. And that's not to say that this person isn't truly sorry for doing what they did, but they do it all the time. So it's not, I don't think it's directed solely at you. I think it's kind of just how they are. And you can say goodbye to this relationship, I suppose, or adjust it, right? Even though it's a great relationship, because your environment is the Hierophant and the 10 of Cups. This is knowing with certainty that there is happiness here, okay? Your foundation is the Ace of Cups. Like, can you get more beautiful for a relationship? This is lovely. This is possibility that it is marriage. This could also be if you're a member of your church, if you're a member of your synagogue, if you're a member of whichever religious group you are a part of, helping out, you know, you're a volunteer there, or whatever the case may be. You still love it. That's the thing. I'm not feeling a lack of love in this at all. I'm just feeling that you're just tired. That, yes, this is a beautiful love. But there's something underlying. I can't put a word to it right now. The best thing I have is distrust, but maybe it's just that you planned this relationship to go a certain way and the other party planned for it to go a different way. And there's caring, there's admiration. I'm not feeling any control or anything like that. I'm feeling that it's just, there's a sense of disappointment. Now, it could be that you just have to have a conversation with this person. You can point out to them, I don't like it when you lie to me. And it could be they have the best intentions and they didn't mean to lie to you to begin with, but they didn't follow through. They didn't do what they promised they were going to do. They didn't follow through like they promised they were going to follow through. So maybe it could just be that this is a conversation that you need to have to say, this is what I'm not willing to put up with. I love you, but this cannot keep going the way it is. Or, if I ask you to do something, it's extremely disrespectful to me when you promise something and you don't do it. Maybe it's just that kind of a conversation that you need to have. Because I'm not feeling, the world speaks to a beginning and an end and everything being completed. I'm not feeling that this relationship is ending. I am feeling that this relationship needs to change. Okay? Maybe that's you saying, what happened to the way we were 6 months ago? Or, what happened to when we were kids and, this was the way you are, what changed, And maybe they're needing your help just as much as you're needing their help. And they haven't felt like they can talk to you about it. There are multiple possibilities here that I'm getting. So let's see what our future and advice is. The 9 of Pentacles and the Hermit. And this is a very solitary energy. It's a very strong energy. It is having everything that you need on your own. Okay? This is being introspective and taking the time to learn who you are. So, with our Oracle card, you may just need a little bit of a break, okay? You might need some time to find yourself again. Maybe the reason that you're feeling that and if they're lying to you, they're lying to you, but maybe they're little lies, right? Maybe they're little promises, and the big promises, they always follow through and they don't lie about the big things. But I'm getting the sense that you need to kind of be on your own for a little bit, go into yourself for a little bit, review, re-examine, see why you feel this way, and if this relationship is worth continuing. Our surprise from the universe is the Ace of Pentacles with the Sun underneath. So, it's whichever decision you make, whichever way you decide to go with this relationship, whatever conversation you decide to have, whatever your next step is, you're not going to lose anything, okay? The Ace of Pentacles is about getting a gift from the universe. It's about money coming in. It's about prosperity coming in. It's about stability coming in. So what I'm getting from this is that no matter how this conversation goes, no matter how this relationship moves forward, whatever it is you are putting your foot down about, there is still going to be success in this, okay? So overall, I'm just feeling that you need to figure out who you are first. Figure out why you're not putting up with, don't put up with bullshit and lies. Don't do that. But, this could just be an advice for a bit of therapy. But I'm feeling more like this is your decision. And maybe this relationship's just been a little bit overwhelming right at the moment. And you just need to take a step back, that you expected a certain outcome. And because that outcome didn't happen, rather than getting upset with this other person, this other group, this other family member, still have that conversation with them. But before you have that conversation, I'm feeling that you need to have a look at things for yourself on your own. Maybe go back to a period where you were happier. Maybe go back to a period before this relationship, If it's a familial relationship, then you really can't go back to before if you're not like a young, unless you're the oldest sibling. But I'm getting this sense of finding who you were before this started, and figuring out if the person who you were before this started would be at this point with you. I hope that makes sense. Scorpio, it's either way, this is a relationship that is very important to you, that will bring in a lot of love if you decide to stay with it. It's a relationship that you don't want to just dismiss outright, okay? Have a good look at everything before you make any moves, and you know in your heart where you want this to go. You just have to look at it with a fresh set of eyes, okay? Scorpio, this is going to be an interesting week for you. I would love to know in the comments if you want to share, did this resonate? How did this resonate? What conversation did you have? Any feedback, I would be very appreciative. I'd love to know if this helped somebody. While you're there, if you'd like, hit the thumbs up button. And if you'd like to get your weekly readings right away, hit that subscribe and that notification button so that you know as soon as these come out. If you needed more clarification, there is a link, email in the description box below, and that will get you in contact with me, and I can provide you a personal reading if you'd like. Scorpio, have a great day. I'm going to stop staring at these cards now because there are too many relationships coming through. So I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I'll see you soon. Hugs and kisses.